Hardwick's Hardware served the Seattle community for 88 years. It is a fourth-generation store that opened its doors in the Seattle University District in 1932. If you've ever had the pleasure of carousing the aisles of Hardwick's, you know what an amazing tool store this was. This video is a tribute to days gone by before big box stores and online orders. A tribute to Hardwick's, one of the best hardware stores to ever exist.
Welcome to Hardwick's. I'm GR. Been here for 35 years about.
You ever hear that expression that you never know what you got till it's gone? Well, everyone who walked into Hardwick's knew exactly what they had, and they didn't want to leave. Walking through the aisles and looking through the cases at Hardwick's was like being in a tool lover's dream. So let's walk these aisles and look in these cases one last time before Hardwick's closes its doors in Seattle. This might be a video that you show your grandkids of what a real tool store used to look like. When you're looking through these cases here at Hardwick's, it's like you're looking at cases of jewelry or candy. You're just coveting these tools and you're wanting to bring these home to your own shop. Now, when I would go into Hardwick's, I would always head straight for the machinist section, this section right here. And this is a case that was mostly filled with Starrett tools. Now, they're closing their doors here and they're not fully stocked up. They've sold a lot of things in here. But in its heyday, you would walk into this store here at Hardwick's and this case would just be packed full of Starrett tools. I bought a lot of little Starrett tools from these guys. You know, what other store do you know that is carrying a whole selection of Starrett tools? The other cool thing about Hardwick's is they always had a selection of used tools mixed in, so you never knew what you were going to find, and you could get some really good prices at Hardwick's. I think of the younger generations, and they're buying their tools from those big box stores, and they don't even know that quality tools like this exist. I've been using some Starrett tools that are well over 100 years old that belong to my grandfather, and they are in perfect condition. Look at these countersinks. You can't find a countersink like that at one of those big box stores.
I am an artist, so I break things too by myself. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you have a great day.
Look at this amazing piece. I tell you, there's not many tool stores you walk into and you see a Gerstner tool chest. And here are some Stabila levels. They are the best levels I have ever owned. And they got so many clamps, pony clamps, Bessie clamps, 90-degree clamps, any kind of clamp you want. They had it here at Hardwick's. I tell you, walking through the aisles of Hardwick's was so inspiring, especially looking in these cases of all these quality tools. And maybe you quite didn't know what all these did, but it sparked something inside of you that, oh, look at that tool. Maybe I could use that to work on this. Or you saw a tool that you were like, I'm going to figure out how that tool works and I'm going to use it, and you bring it home to your shop and it inspires all these new ways of doing things. Look at all of these pliers. Any plier that was made, it seemed like Hardwick's had it in a case. And quality tools here as well, the Knipex, the channel locks, you name it. Just look at the selection. I love browsing all these tools. Here's a whole case of mechanics tools. All good quality tools, new and used. A lot of Proto tools in there, SK tools. Just great quality stuff. guys know I love leatherworking. Here's a whole case full of C.S. Osborne leatherworking tools, plumb bobs, chalk lines. Here is a whole spool of braided line to replace the junk that they put in your chalk box. Here's a whole case of sharpening stones, diamond stones, water stones, any kind of stone you wanted, they had it. Now here is a case where I feel like I've spent hours just staring through this glass over the years. And these Japanese saws, I tell you, they are a game changer. They change the way I do woodworking. Just amazing tools. I've bought so many of these here from Hardwick's. That little folding saw is one of my favorite saws. Even that little orange-handled saw over there is a hacksaw, Japanese hacksaw. Great, great tools. And here, oh, amazing axes. I've bought quite a few of these. Gransfors Brooks axes. Just beautifully, beautifully made axes. Saw blades galore. Just amazing stuff in these cases. One minute you're looking at carving tools and axes, then you're looking at drill chucks and arbors, and they even had whole quills in there for drill presses. You go over here, you're looking at taps and dies and easy outs and on and on. Thread checkers. They really had a great selection of carving tools and carving knives. And look at those wooden thread taps in the back. And a great selection of Lee Nielsen planes, all kinds of wood planes, pulleys galore, and who knows, maybe you needed a brass propeller today. Just a great store. You never knew what you were going to find. And here's a picture of Wade, who used to work at Hardwick's, and he passed in 2014, but he certainly was a fixture at Hardwick's, and you could hear his voice from across the store. Dean, what's the price on this? Just a great guy. Hardwick's also had a great selection of power tools. I think they were one of the first people to carry the line of Festool tools in Seattle, so that was pretty cool. They were on board early with that. They also had Fine Tools. You know, these are the guys that invented that multi-tool long ago. Great quality tools. And like any great hardware store, of course, Hardwick's had lots of hardware. Nuts and bolts and plumbing. Well, you could buy cast iron pots and pans there, hurricane lamps, all kinds of wild stuff. And since they were also a pawn shop down in this section, you never knew what you were going to find, like an old bed or a dresser. And look at this whole selection of adjustable wrench parts. And here's even a little wrench right here at the end that I bought, and I sent that off to Scout Crafter himself.
Alright.
All right, awesome. A Starrett Hardwick shirt. What more could you want?
And then you also wanted a hat?
Please.
We have this wide variety of colors: black gold, green gold.
I'll go with the green one. That looks good.
The evergreen state.
And can I also get a signature on this guy?
Is Mr. Hardwick available? Okay.
Awesome. Excellent.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks.
Okay, well, when we see you, Seattle, and as over in Idaho, we hopefully see you there.
All right. Right on. Thanks, Hardwicks. Thanks, Dean. All right.
Okay,
Cheers. Well, it sure is sad to see Hardwick's move out of Seattle. And you heard that right from Dean. They moved to Post Falls, Idaho. You can buy tools from them online at hardwickandsons.com. And it looks like their location is opening up in 2024 in Post Falls, Idaho. I recorded all this video back in 2020 when they closed up shop. I sure hope these guys are doing great out in Idaho. I sure miss them a lot. Check them out online or go visit them in person. All right, I hope you guys are all doing great. Hope you like this episode about Hardwicks, and I'll see you all soon. Right on. Watch your top knot.